Follow the drip. Follow the drip.
Are you one that likes to stand out amongst the rest? Well, check out Paint to Drip by The Joker. Paint to Drip is a customized footwear company that it specializes in unique hand-painted, customized footwear, which is hand-painted by The Joker himself. Shipping is available all over, East Coast, West Coast, no matter where you are, we can get your products to you. So follow The Drip. Check out their IG page, Painted Drip, for more information. And again, all footwear is customized and hand-painted by The Joker himself.
Give them to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah. This ain't for sure, y'all. I get my all to the last one. Yeah. Roses.
Been through the weather, been through the storm. Cold and Buffalo with these rhymes keeping me warm. 1974, hip hop was born. Zodiac, May 13th, I got home. Of course, this first class is the market. 2017, that's when I got started. Every class, you got to learn and pass. Go to sleep and waking up with cash. The hustle, move real fast, you pull the muscle. Fight from the street to feet, so I tussle. Shorty cake, no books, so I hustle. Get that. Trying to rock the 11 rings, that's Bill Russell. Don't get mad, I teach the folks to get it bad. Don't get mad, haters frustrated, so sad.
And I don't know
I'm
you
on my grind and shine, let's get it on. If you feel it when I'm saying, stop playing and sing the song.
Give me my roses, y'all. Give back Green the Queen her roses, y'all. We deserve it now.
I'm over here live on TikTok as well. Grand Rising, everybody. Come on in, come on in, come on in. You hear my bro, Princeton, the overlook over here on the other side. We're live on Facebook as well as YouTube.
4 chicks counting my paper, set it off. I'm a heavy boss, chain heavyweight. Only built for Cuban links, so praise the race. I'm a guard body with a hard body. Two-tone Mozzie, call it a hard roddy. Still a poor Gotti, all on wise guys. If you miss, you die, nigga, them hard tries. He really ain't gonna love you till you gone, and them niggas ain't gonna slug you in the song. Ain't gonna do shit. They probably call a captain in his pig bags.
Go ahead and share this,
I
y'all.
can match it in my sleep bags.
Share this in the
Give
group,
me a
y'all.
party in the streets, put the chicks in the breeze, put the pain in the bees.
It's Saturday morning,
Put a
let's
couple
go.
roses on the concrete. You should have loved me when you had me, that's beyond deep.
Yeah. That's right. Okay. Keep everybody tuned in this morning. Yeah, put it in the comments. Where you at? Where you represent? What city you're from? Let's go. Yeah, where you at on your mental health between 1 and 10? Where you at with your mental health between 1 and 10? Right here on this Saturday morning, man. I'm at a good 8.5 on my mental health. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be at a 10 by the time we done. Where you at in your mental health, Vex Green the Queen?
You know what, bro? I'm bringing it up in it. I'm gonna grab the 9. I'm gonna grab the 9, and we gonna pull each other this morning. We gonna push and pull this. That's right. Devajna say she coming in at a 10. All right, baby.
yeah, y'all out in your mental health. If you want to put it in the comments and let us know what we can do to help you bring that back up. If you is below that 10, you know what I'm saying? And if you is over a 10, please bring some of that positive energy right in the comments so we keep on spreading this thing like mustard. You understand me? Yeah. Let's do
let
it.
us know where you are with your mental health over here on TikTok as you are coming in the room from 1 to 10. If you are under like a 7, we want to lift you up in encouragement. BB Jason, the real guy. We want to lift you all up in encouragement. So this was a crazy week, starting with the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What did you think? What did you? And we're going to play a little bit about the breakdown of the performance. But I want to ask you, bro, what were your thoughts about Kendrick's performance?
In the perspective of a hip hop head, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna say it like that, because I am a hip hop head. I am the culture. I'm part of the culture. I breathe the culture and I walk the culture,
Yeah,
and
you do.
that's what Kendrick Lamar exactly did. He definitely was creative on all aspects, the messages, all the hidden messages, the open messages. Like, he really took the time to really get in his bag, literally, to make sure that he bring hip hop back at number one in the industry. He did that,
Mm.
and and it was more than just the diss track with Drake. It was more of, don't get it twisted. It's also Black History Month. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Uh,
Thank
y'all,
that part.
y'all didn't catch that
That
one.
part.
You know what I mean? Because they gave Black History Month in February because that's the month of distractions. You know what I
Mm.
mean? We got the Super Bowl, you got the NBA All Star this weekend, you got the NHL All Star, you got the Grammy Awards, you got this award going on, and all type of things going on around your neighborhood, from the whole Harlem Globetrotters on tour and Disney on Ice, and all these things goes on in the month of February to distract you from President's Day. I keep going. I mean,
Yeah.
they give distractions of Black history. So he definitely gave a reminder. If you didn't catch those gems, then you got to open your third eye. You know what I'm saying? Really stay focused and watch it again. Um, and that's starting off with Uncle Sam. Come on now.
Let's you want to get into the video real quick.
You go ahead and get right to it.
We're
Yeah,
going
go
to
ahead.
play. If you all are watching us over on Greenlinks World Entertainment, you can see this video that we are about to play. There's a lot of commentary. People are breaking down what was going on. There's a lot of buzz around his clothing, and I didn't even realize there's a portion where he's standing on the stage. I guess that's A minor. So when that part came, he was actually standing where he was so strategic with this thing, y'all. So let me get into there's a lot of videos out there. But
It was you look for the video, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get into your third eye. I'm get like this. Like, a lot of people is not really you got to be born into this culture of hip hop. And let me say that. Because I know a lot of the young folks that was born in between 97, 98 and up, if your parents wasn't into the culture, you're not going to understand or understand or understand what was going on, what Kendrick was doing. You know what I'm saying? But us as a people been trying to teach the culture to the young folks, and some like their little wave and they stick with it, and that's cool. But when something's happened, don't just get on the internet and say this is the worst Super Bowl halftime show. No, just say you didn't understand. Let's say it went over your head. That's all.
Yeah. And I even said, bro, at first, like when I was sitting there, I was like, well, dang, it was a little lackluster at first to me, but then I had to remind myself, this is Kendrick freaking Lamar. Yeah. Kendrick Lamar did exactly what Kendrick does. The entire portrayal was Kendrick Lamar. I'm glad that he brought it. So let me get into one of the videos that's breaking it down. This is by Keisha Villa.
Mm-hmm. So we're about to get into a deep dive of all of the symbolism that was shown throughout Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. And we are going to start from the beginning with Samuel L. Jackson dressed as Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam was used in the early 19th century as a depiction of America personified. He was a representation of American pride and patriotism, but also propaganda when it came to recruitment and war. When it comes to accuracy, Kendrick Lamar could have easily chosen a white man to play Uncle Sam and to narrate the performance. But instead, he chose Samuel L. Jackson, who has also played this role in Django as an Uncle Tom. And in the movie, he was in love with his white slave owner. And Uncle Toms within culture, especially Black culture, are Black men who are not only obedient, but also uphold white supremacy. And so we see perfect examples of that through Kanye West, Snoop Dogg, Nelly. And so going back to Samuel L. Jackson here, a Black man dressed in all American gear, I think is a clear depiction of they're not like us. It doesn't matter what your skin tone is. And then also going to Welcome to the Great American Game is a double entendre because we're obviously watching the Super Bowl, but he's talking about the game that is America and being Black in America. And so to start his performance, Kendrick is standing on top of a 1987 Buick, a Grand National GNX, which is also his album name, GNX. And not only that, this is also clear representation of his upbringing in Compton, but also the car culture in Compton as well. He starts his performance off with a freestyle where he talks about no hugs and no handshakes because he's not playing nice, and that you wouldn't get the picture if he sat you for hours at the Louvre.
That's right.
I think that represents the political climate that we're in now, whereas there's no time or no room for niceties right now. Either you get it or you don't. Period. At the end of his freestyle, Kendrick Lamar says, "The revolution is about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy." Which is a play off of Jill Scott Heron's "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised" song, which was a critique on the American media, saying that they only focused on propaganda, consumerism, and entertainment. But in order for real change, people had to step out of their homes for liberation, for protest, and for freedom. You have to be actively involved in order to fight for justice. So with Kendrick saying the revolution will be televised, you chose the right time, but the wrong guy, is him saying that you chose the perfect person for this performance. The timing couldn't be more perfect. Kendrick then performs Squabble Up, and before he could even finish, Samuel L. Jackson comes in and says, "No, no, no, too loud, too reckless, too ghetto." Kendrick Lamar, do you really know how to play the game? Then type. And this is clear conditioning within white supremacy and America, which is that Black people should be docile, Black people should be quiet, Black people should be grateful for scraps. And playing the game goes back to being obedient. Kendrick Lamar then performed.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. Well, you said enough. You said enough. Also in there too is when you said about the game. Also about the playing the game is also Sony owns that, and who is Drake signed to? Sony. So that also came about, and also the part where he says the part which he also broke down on being obedient and all that, and that it's too ghetto and all that. That is also talking about the industry, the mainstream, how they water down everything. So that's the thing that we're gonna talk about today between the rapper and the MC, which is Kendrick is the MC. He knew how to play the game, how he could do what he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Because those who could do your research, that he also invested into her Super Bowl halftime show because Apple didn't have the full budget for him to do all that. So he had to match that. He had to match 15 million towards that to complete the creativity that he wanted to bring to the table. Okay, so shout out to that. That's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to bring on the table. Like I said, that's one of the top performances that I love of the halftime show, and he outviewed Michael Jackson. So that's big. Yeah, he outviewed Michael Jackson's halftime show.
I definitely listen. This is going to go into the history books. I fully believe that this is going to go into the history books just because people were not ready for what Kendrick did on that stage. They weren't prepared. And a lot of it went over their heads. It went over their heads. It also was full stage right there in on America's biggest stage. It showed the racism, the divide. You know, the one part where the splitting of the red, white, and blue, and Kendrick in the middle, that shows the racial divide here in America. That is what's going on. And we should not be divided. You know, he Kendrick, like I said, we have to protect him because he made a bold statement up on that stage. A bold statement. And I know how people are. They aren't going to like it. You know, I'm glad that he's going on tour. What did you think about his clothes?
Oh man, he definitely That definitely was a statement too, man. The clothes is fire, man. The jacket, there's represent a lot of things. His mom, his kids, his wife, everything. So it's like he really let people know that this is who I am. Like he's not going to back down. He still got that independency of being an artist in a way to where he know how to use the machine, but still move forward or how he moves. You know what I mean? And that's dope. Like he makes decisions what he wants, not what the machine wants, and that's dope. And he still let him do the halftime show. That's the biggest thing ever with him as an MC and Drake as the rapper.
One of the things he also stressed, I watched the interview that he did with Apple. He said, just respect the culture. And I fully believe that that's really what's driving him, because you have a lot of MCs, rappers, singers out here who may not necessarily be doing what Kendrick is doing. Kendrick is writing. He's actually composing his music. He comes from that background, whereas Drake, you hear that he has ghost writers and he has helps writing his rhymes, and then at the same time, what shocked me is that he had the audacity to sue MGM because he felt like this stuff was being inflated. But this has been you've been privy to this for years, Drake. You've been privy to this for years. I feel like that white skin privilege that he's used for all of these years finally is not working for him, and he doesn't know how to handle it. And now he wants to.
Business is business. That's the part where when you go into the machine part, you gotta understand the business part and respect the business part, and it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Drake, okay, you go that route, ghostwriting and all that, cool. But stay in that lane and mind your business and do business and keep getting the bag you get. Don't try to come over this side, you know what I mean? And to think that, that you can shake something up. You can't. Just stay where you at. You're doing good. You know what I mean? And now he's still doing good in a way because he still got the overseas cats still love him because he's on tour and he's selling out stadiums. So salute to that. Of the help of the promotion of the machine, you know what I'm saying, that still have your back. You know what I mean? So hey, do what you do. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna step on some toes, I'm gonna scuff some Air Force Ones. I'm gonna step on somebody's brand new Jordans, and I'm not gonna say sorry. Okay? A rapper cannot be an MC.
Break down the difference for those of us who may not know what the difference is. What's the difference between a rapper and an MC, and why can't one be the other?
No. First of all, I'm gonna break it down very in detail. You know what I'm saying?
Do you consider Drake an MC?
Nah, he's a rapper.
Okay,
he's a rapper.
Okay,
he's definitely a rapper. Some people say he got MC tendencies. There ain't no such thing.
What is an MC, bro? You got to break that one down for me.
MC is a master of ceremony. Okay, move the crowd. The MC it gives show love to the people around him before he starts talking about himself. Okay, you ever see the MCs in the 80s and the 90s? You'll say, 1, 2, what you going to do? I got my DJ on the 1, 2. I got my dancers in the back row. He give everybody a shout out. I got the crowd in the front, the crowd to the left, crowd up in the back. The crowd
drop the beat. Drop the beat.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody saying, oh, and then he interacting with the crowd and moving it. When he moving the crowd, then he talk about himself. I'm nice with it. I got skills. I got the money to pay the bill. You know what I'm saying? That's an MC.
Like Rob Bass.
Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Let's take it back to the new school. Let's take it to our era. You know what I'm saying? Benny the Butcher. Conway. Them MCs. You know what I'm saying? And anybody else in the industry is also gonna be like people that was in the industry that still do underground music, like the Talib Kweli, even Ye. I consider him an MC because let me tell you what MCs can do. MCs can beat the rapper. You know what I'm saying? MCs can beat the rapper. LL Cool J was an MC first. Then he transitioned to the rapper. Okay? But he could also go back to be an MC because that was his first love. You know what I'm saying? A rapper is somebody that can rhyme and they going for the bag only. They don't care about the culture. They don't care about this. They just want to make hit records. And that's it. They make hit records. That's it. They're not in the underground. They can't go to the underground. They can't make it in the underground. All the rappers, you know, that's a rapper. How many of them went to the underground and still, rappers can't do that. Drake got to stay with the machine. He cannot go underground, and he cannot move a crowd like Kendrick did on the Super Bowl halftime show.
Do you think that the reality of that is really what's bothering Drake? Because he's so used to getting the love from everybody. And I feel like the conversation would have to change. If Drake is one of the greatest, what makes him one of the greatest? Because if you compare him to what Kendrick does, what J. Cole does, is Drake really in that?
Drake in that conversation because of his record sales.
Just the sales, but not the actual creativity.
The creativity, no. The sales, he's one of the greatest. The sales, you know how to sell records. You know how to grab the masses. Hip hop don't care about the masses. They care about the culture first, and the people that's the peers that's in the culture. You know what I mean? And you know, rappers chase the bag. MCs, the bag chase them. See, that's why I can move how I move with my merch. You know what I'm saying? I gave away a lot of free stuff before I sold one. See what I'm saying? I give back. I know the culture. I know people who love what I do. We give gifts. This is what we do. MCs do. We give gifts. We appreciate the people who love the culture. That's what it was in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? When they did them parties in the park, nobody paid to get in. You just had to show up at the park at a certain time, and you had a party going on. What happened in Lackawanna on the basketball court? DJ set up. All you gotta do is get out your bed, get your hair did, get your makeup did, get fresh to death, and meet at the Baker Homes on time. I got to be there at 3. We got DJ Orr on them 1s and 2s in a minute. We got to go party. And you didn't have to pay to get in, and you enjoyed the culture. People get on the mic freestyling and MCing and breaking and dancing, everybody giving out free food, hamburgers. That's the culture. But the rapper could be like, you got to pay $20 to get in. You got to pay for this. I'm all about the fact. I'm the superstar. It's all about me. We all about the culture, and that's what Kendrick did. And it's funny how Drake's boss, who put him on, Lil Wayne, is an MC. You understand?
I have a little bit of the interview Kendrick did with
Apple
on Apple.
Yeah.
That I wanted to play. Let me see. Okay. Let me share my screen. Because he doesn't normally pop out. No, and he said a lot about that. And I feel like it's like you said, it's about the culture for Kendrick.
That's it, because the culture, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You don't have to be Front Street. You don't have to be on all the talk shows. You know, he turned down all the talk shows. He turned down Jimmy Fallon. He turned down a lot of those talk shows. You know, you got to be into the culture for him to get on your platform.
Let me play this
public and who can relate. So during this time around, I think it was necessary of coming out of that cocoon and feeling like, okay, I arrived now. I can spread my wings and show every state of who I am as far as Kendrick Lamar. And you really did spread your wings. I mean, you just came off a huge Grammy wins. You walked away with 5 awards, and you won Not Like Us won for Song and Record of the Year, which in itself is remarkable. But I think for people who love and respect hip hop and the roots of this culture, the competitive spirit of it, it has been a little bit mind-bending that you created this massive cultural award-winning anthem
out of a battle rap song? And how is that something after you got off that Grammy stage, you got home in some quiet time? What was going through your head?
I was just thinking about the culture, really. It's always that for me first. I'm not even bullshitting with you. It's like when people talk about rap, man, the conversations I hear, they think it's just rap and it's not an actual art form. So when you put records like that at the forefront, it reminds people that this 50 years ago, they forget that it's even been here 50 years, right? And like kind of like belittle it. So I love to see that it gets that type of recognition for just straight raps, from awards to the billboards, all that, because this is truly just as big as an art form and a genre as any other genre. So that's what I think about. And I feel accomplished being able to do that. You know, whether somebody else come behind me and do it again and quadruple it, I love to see it. If that was my purpose to do that, then that's exactly what it was for that particular moment.
I'm going to stop it right there. It's about the I feel like it is about the culture for Kendrick.
Yeah.
Coming from, because you really are a hip hop head. You know, I feel like you are the hip hop rap historian. Would you put Kendrick up there as far as going down in history? We know he's going to be in the history books, but where in the history books do you feel that Kendrick is going to be?
I believe a little bit of Black history, but also literature. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be one of the upgraded literature databases that they're going to bring up, 10 years from now. You know what I mean? And still talk about it, and still, watch the videos of it, because technology and video is going to be in a different wave in the next 10 years. So they're going to keep on going through that rabbit hole and just letting the kids know who was born, in 2019 or 20, you know what I'm saying? 2020 and up. They, by the time they hit high school, whatever. So, yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting thing for the culture, and hip hop is a culture where we still have our own lane in the community, and even now since we got the internet, and I see that. You know what I mean? I see that when I name drop on certain things that people don't even know who I'm talking about because they're not in that community. And that's why when people always talk to me about marketing, digital marketing, you got to know where your community is. You got to know your sound, and your sound represents community in this digital world, which is the digital community. So you go down that rabbit hole through your social media and be in it. Then you'll see, where you need to be doing, how you need to be doing it, and all that. If you just coming out with music and just hope it hits with the algorithm, it's not that easy. It's not, you actually got to be involved. You know what I mean? And you notice that hip hop artists don't mind sharing other people's content if you're dope. You know what I'm saying? That's hip. That's why I love the culture on this internet and the community I'm in. Like I don't have to come out with content every day anymore because of my community. When you're a rapper and you're trying to get into that other lane, like the Drake lane, you have to come out with content and come out with music every week. You got to keep on. You got to keep on feeding them. With hip hop, we don't have to. You know what I mean? That's why Westside Gun album just dropped last night. He don't got to come out with an album every month. He come with an album every other year and still reach his masses in his community and do it successful and do a tour and sell out and still make money in his sleep because the money is chasing him. He don't chase the bag, the money. You know what I'm saying? And he's in the industry, in the machine a little bit because of Rock Nation, but that's for other things. He know how to still maneuver and still move how he moves. A lot of people can't do that.
Drake definitely is.
Drake can't do that.
Do you think he would have been able to become who he is without the machine?
I think with that time when his contract was up with Young Money and Cash Money a couple years ago, they was afraid that he would go DIY because he was shut he would shut it down. He would shut the whole industry down because he's one of the main ones who kept this thing moving money wise for the industry, and people was afraid about that. So, and I think if he would went that route, I mean, I think he would have did good, but he wouldn't have lasted as long as people like myself or people like that's in my community. He wouldn't be able to. He'll fit in, but he'll fit in for a short period of time. It'd be like a season, and then he would fade away. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what rap does. You know what I'm saying?
Last question about Drake before we move over to, because I want to ask you about the 50 Cent, Lil Meech, Big Meech thing, and we talked about it last week. Do you think Drake is done?
Far as doing the things he's doing, he's done. And I can't say he's 100% done, but he's done with that fan base that he had. He really got to go where he's at now. Stay overseas. That's where he needs to stay.
Reinvent himself. I think he needs to reinvent himself and show why he feels that he's the best. Mm-hmm. He needs to show us why he feels that way.
And then he got to humble himself. And by me doing the research, I found out that and I don't know, I'd like to get more information on this, but really the beefs, Kendrick the one who started this beef, not Drake.
Because he feels like he's the best.
He really poked the bear, like, yo, dude, like, okay, you did this for me, that for me, okay, I appreciate it, but no, like, you're not going to sit here and say you better than me when I'm hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, like a lot of these rap. That's why I don't answer to a lot of rappers myself. Those who know me, I don't answer to rappers. The people that name drop or try to diss me, I'm not. No, if you was a hip hop head, then I respond. But you a rapper, you already lost. I don't have to spit a bar. You already took an L already because you already. And then people gonna ask you, why you go on that joke? What, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then they looking for something.
Yeah.
Then the rapper community is looking for something, and I'm like, I'm not feeding into that. Like, I'm not feeding into this BS that's going on the internet now.
With 50, and we about to get into it. I want to ask you what is your, and I know last week you said you agree with 50 as far as like that loyalty and stuff.
Yeah.
But what do you think about what his son had to say? Let me play this. Let me share my screen, because I think this pretty much summed it up. And you all let me know as you are coming in here. What were your thoughts? Did you hear what 50 Cent's son had to say? Because he had a lot to say.
Okay.
What's up, y'all? I woke up today and I had this overwhelming thought in my head, and I think like something is telling me to tell y'all or share this message with y'all. So I feel like it's somebody out here, or maybe it's just a bunch of people out here that need to hear this. And it was like, you thought you were special. You really thought you were special. Who told you you were special? You thought you were special.
Well,
what's up?
Well, he said it. What are your thoughts about that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm still kind of boggled what his son was trying to get bag out of his dad and all that, and what and that's it. I'm still trying to hold on that, but I don't know what to say about that. I still agree with 50. I mean, on everything that's going on, because the Irv Gotti thing and all that. Like 50, let me tell you about 50. 50 is, again, the MC that turned to a rapper. He got into the industry and built a business. He took that business and followed the rules enough to keep going, because he's a part of Fox. Those who don't know, he's part of Fox. And also He's also a part of that Fox owned, which is Timu. You know what I'm saying? Tubi, I mean.
Oh, Tubi.
Tubi. So 50 gonna be all right. He gonna do him. Like he's like in all the interviews. Like they're not going to give him credit where credit is due. Like 50 said in a couple of interviews, he's been certified billionaire for a while. They just didn't. The Forbes magazine don't approve it. They don't. They don't support because he does what he want to do. He don't listen to the masses. So he's been a billionaire. He's been a billion. He said I was a billionaire before Jay-Z. And I believe that. The way he's moving, and things he's done and accomplished these past 5 years. Come on, the math ain't math. Come on, man. He's a billionaire.
Yeah, I do believe, and I've heard a few people say this, like Cat Williams, I believe 50 Cent, definitely Ye, talk about like they have to submit their tax returns to Forbes to show that, and a lot of times they don't want to show that these Black men have the amount of money, and it's not liquid money. Everybody, keep in mind that they're adding up their assets, so. That billionaire status, I think that there's probably more people closer to that than we believe, than we are aware of. Also, what do you think about Ye and Bianca?
That's
I forgot about the BMF. Do you think BMF is going to be canceled?
Possible.
You think?
But it's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt nobody but the people that's involved. It ain't going to hurt 50.
Yeah.
50 a businessman, so he's going to do what he do. But for the people that's involved, yeah, they're going to be hurt. And if it get canceled, I won't be surprised.
Big Meech's Welcome Home concert was canceled. That was
I mean, you got people involved in that. And see, I was going down a rabbit hole, talked to a couple of my mentors with the Rick Ross thing and all that. Like, it's something going on that we can't put our finger on right now, but it's gonna come out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out. You know what I mean?
Well, 50 was doing 50, and he reacted and said, please stop calling my phone. I had nothing to do with it. Do you think people are really calling his phone, or 50 is just being 50?
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't. I'm saying, when you out here, you in this business, you involved, and people can get things happen. Whack 100. We definitely got to get in that conversation too. On Backfuel podcast. You get a chance to go down that rabbit hole and watch that podcast or what Whack 100 is hired to do. And it's genius. And it's like I tell people all the time. Like that's why 50 also, I believe, does the same thing. Know how to get into information, to get into the database to get information about certain people. You know what I mean? Because this data right here that we on can be broke through at any time. That's why people get scammed and people get their page hacked and all that. That's a data breakthrough. You know what I mean? And people can still have the skills and the knowledge because, Whack 100 did time in prison. He studied on this. He studied on technology. So he knows, and his fellow brethren knows, they educated themselves. So I believe 50 the same way. 50 is very educated, man. Don't get twisted. I think 50 is one of the smartest in the hip hop industry, up there with Jay. Jay-Z is definitely a genius with what
I think 50 is playing the game, the chess game, and the perfect way to Diddy and Jay-Z's case. So it was dismissed. The allegations about the 13-year-old. It was dismissed. This puts a bad taste in my mouth because people are going to automatically assume that it's being dismissed because this young girl may have lied, but that may not be true. Keep in mind that she would have had to rehash everything that she had gone through if the allegations are true. So I don't know what to believe here. I don't believe that Jay-Z or Diddy would knowingly be with someone that young. I just don't think that. I don't get that from them. I do know that they're listen, I know growing up, a lot of times we pretended to be a lot older than we were. It's just the truth of the matter. And I think they may have gotten caught up like that. But let me go into what is being reported. reported, everybody, and this is being reported everywhere. BBC, Deadline, New York Times, everybody is the Hollywood Reporter. They're saying that Tony Busby has dropped the grape case, a lawyer for Jane Doe's accuser who filed several lawsuits. This is being reported by the Hollywood Reporter, who filed several lawsuits on behalf of the plaintiff. They have decided against advancing.
Mm-hmm.
And they moved to voluntarily dismiss the lawsuit. Now, some are saying that it was a secret payoff. Could be. What do you think?
Possible. No, anything behind closed doors. If once you in this business, and once you figure it out, and you do your homework, and you do the things you're supposed to do, like myself, you see a lot of things. Like, especially me being back in the day being signed with a distribution deal with a couple companies, and you'll see some things, and and everything is possible. Like, there's nothing that people can say, oh no, that doesn't happen. Nah, dog. It is what it is. It's hard to explain when you're outside looking in. You know what I mean? Those are the businesses in the business they know.
Yeah.
Anybody that's in the comments, give me your thoughts. Put it in the comments. Saying on the YouTube family, people that's on the Facebook family. Yeah, put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments. You know what I mean? Let us know what you think was going on, and we'll elaborate on it on the next Saturday morning show. So yeah, 50 gonna be 50. He's gonna be a businessman first. Believe that.
Last thing I have is that ASAP Rocky trial. I hope he does not. He took it to trial.
Yeah.
He took it to trial. The allegations that he pow-powed at another ASAP person. It wasn't even, the allegations are that it wasn't even a real weapon, but he took it to trial. So right now he is facing felony assault. The case starts deliberations this upcoming week. So,
that's crazy. ASAP, man, another amazing artist who's going through some things. And and my question is, what came about that pow though? Like, what happened?
Yeah, so it was an argument, and this is another reason why when we talk about you have to be careful who you surround yourself with, and a lot of times family or friends, that type of jealousy, that is a dangerous type of jealousy. The people that's closest to you, when they are jealous or envious of you, that is very dangerous because they have the means to hurt you the most. So in this case, let me go into the original because there's a video, and that is what is a little damaging. People believe the video. In the video, let me see if I can find it. In the video, you can see the person walking up, and there was an argument. And after the argument, someone circled back and pow. But again, they said it wasn't even real. It wasn't real. So what AP News is reporting is that the Los Angeles jury of 7 women and 5 men, they were smart. They got 7 women and 5 men, got the case late in the day, and will begin discussing 2 counts of assault with a semi-automatic pow on Tuesday after a 3-day weekend. Now, I thought I had saw reports that I thought the case closed yesterday. I was waiting for the verdict to come down, but apparently no, it hasn't been coming down. It hasn't come down yet. Rihanna's been there with him. She was sitting with his mother, sister. They didn't have the children. This was yesterday, and her and Rocky left the courtroom together. That kind of sucks. It was Valentine's Day. If people celebrate Valentine's Day, but during his closing argument, the lawyer Joe Tacopina cast his accuser, who goes by ASAP Relly, as the aggressor and an unreliable liar, and that's what a lot of what I've been seeing on the internet is saying that. ASAP Rally is just is jealousy and envy and a money grab that's really, driving this. And let me know, hey Melissa, let me know as you guys are coming in, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah.
That's all I have, bro.
Yeah. No doubt. I hope he get out of that. I hope he do get out of that and go back with the family and keep doing what he's doing. Because I know he's pretty much back on release some music too. So he definitely got a lot to say. So that'd be good to hear what he got going on. You know what I mean? So all prayers to the family, all prayers to Rihanna, her amazing king and the kids and family and stuff. So yeah, get through that the right way, the fair way. Let's say it like that. Let's go ahead and transition. Spotify is trying to put a little dip into the dip of the DIYers. It's called Spotify 2.0. A lot of people have been talking about this now for a couple of weeks. Curtis King talked about some things on this. The lawyer that one of the entertainment lawyers also, who was one of my mentors, who also talked about that. I'm definitely going to share my screen so we can make it do what it do. Let me see here. Screen here. Yes. And we're going to get right into it. At Spotify 2.0. And it's she's gonna break it down a little more because I watched a little bit of videos from Curtis King and also a couple other people who also talked about this. And this is I think it's very important to talk about,
Spotify and Universal have linked a licensing agreement. This is streaming 2.0. We have their business plan. I'm just wondering, how much is this really going to benefit the artist and how much is it just going to benefit the label? Does that mean that there's different treatment now for the Universal artists and so everyone else is going to get crushed? Spotify just announced a huge update, and its latest move, well, we're concerned. Is it going to leave independent artists behind? So it's confirmed now that Spotify and Universal have a new deal, and this is a direct agreement. It must be so nice as a major label to have a direct agreement with Spotify, but they came up with one, and this is with the publishing side of Universal. Now, there's so many implications for you music creators on what this means, because what's being said is that this is like an innovation of streaming. This is streaming 2.0 as Universal.
And let me break this down. Those who watched my program here on this platform before, where I talk about the Netflix music coming, and I think they did this agreement to have a competition when Netflix music opened the door, because Netflix music is definitely going to help us, our independent DIYers, underground artists, to expand to where we'll get what we deserve for our money-wise and opportunities to be in other platforms as an independent artist, even though it's part of the mainstream. So I think that's why Spotify decided
they're all scrambling. They're all scrambling right now. Even the major networks are all scrambling to change the way they are bringing the media to us.
Right. And then they want a piece of the pie. A lot of independent artists right now is making a lot of money, and they want a piece of that. They're like, how is this person is doing this? Like the Tech Nine. Tech Nine makes up $3 million a year as an independent artist. So it's like they want a piece of that pie. They want to figure out what can we do to get a piece of that, because they're losing a lot of money by the day, these mainstream labels, and up to $1 million a day or more. So it's like now they want to figure out how to get involved. Like they want the data now. That's where the money is, the data. You know what I mean? So let's keep on keep cooking, keep cooking.
Universal puts it. And what's interesting is that Universal relays and discloses what their plan is for 2025 to make as much money as possible. And it's
Right.
something that's going to benefit you to know as well. We, in fact, have their business plan, and we're going to take a quick look at it. Now, for context, we've talked about Universal in a whole bunch of ways recently. We talked about Drake alleging that Universal was in cahoots with Spotify for Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar song, and boosting plays, right? We talked about how the Mechanical Licensing Collective is suing Spotify because of this bundling. Okay, and that's a part of it. Let's recap on just kind of where we're at right now. All right, so it's confirmed. We have a new deal. So it's official. Spotify and Universal have linked a multi-year licensing agreement. This came as somewhat of a surprise because here's the thing. Universal comes on in and is like, hey, we weren't cool with Spotify doing this bundling thing that got them sued in the first place. And as part of this deal, the bundling aspect is now not going to be a problem. That's great for Universal. Okay. So it means that essentially Universal's publishing side is going to get paid more. And for me, being very interested in independent artists and independent creators, I go, well, there's only one pool of royalties with Spotify. So I go, if you're telling me, you know, woohoo, we did a deal between Universal and Spotify, Universal's going to get paid more. That means everyone else is going to get paid less. Anyway, let's go back to this. So the chairman.
Ain't that how it go?
It's always something with these. Listen, they hit you in the head real quick. They hit you in the head real quick.
That's why it's good. It's good for y'all to understand this and understand this because it's way that you can do this, but still use it as a plan to still benefit you in the long run as a DIY. And we can talk about that a little bit later, or even in another show. But you know, it's ways you can make your plan. Even with the DSPs now, there's ways that you can do things where okay, I'm not getting no money on the streaming, but I can get listeners, and I can go ahead and do a campaign ad. And figure out who are the real people and who are the bots just by doing an ad in that city that Spotify say that you have this many listeners. So, you know what I'm saying? It's ways you can work around that and then throw the dodgeball right back at it. You understand me?
And CEO of Universal said, quote, when we first presented our vision for next stage in the evolution of music subscription several months ago, streaming 2.0, this is precisely the kind of partnership development we envisioned. You know, I don't want to be a hater. It's cool. Like Universal is a giant company, one of the biggest record labels in the world. And I just go like having these wins and then having the label say, this is so great for our artists. We're so artist-centric and driven. I go, how's that? Right. We know that the deals that these artists do with major record labels is for a very minimal amount of royalties. And most of the time, the artists are not actually receiving those royalties until some very far distant future. I mean, we just covered how Limp Bizkit, a band that signed in the 90s with Universal, as of today, 30 years later, right, has still never received any royalties whatsoever.
That's the industry for you. That's why I tell people when you get signed to a label, you got to figure out how they're going to get their money first. Why are you creating? Why are you in the studio? They're paying for the studio time. They own your masters. They're doing all these things. You got to figure out a plan how they can make their money, but also how you can capitalize off of the movement of the machine to where you can still get a bag too. That's the part where a lot of artists been losing ever since the 70s, 80s, and 90s, 2000s, and people still to this day still can't figure out how to capitalize off these things. That's why I shout out to the artists who are signed into the machine, that they know how to make a plan on top of a plan, on top of another plan to get a bag to where they can still can make money, but still make sure on that contract that they can, that the masses of the industry can get their money, so you don't have to be in debt 3 albums down. Understand me? So look at this, brother. 30 years later, they still didn't get a check. Come on, man.
Because the label's like, oh no, we spent so much money. We're still recouping for a band that has done that well, right? So in any case, going back, the CEO of Universal, very excited. We're so artist-centric. This is going to help to monetize for artists and songwriters, okay? And then, of course, Spotify's founder and CEO, Daniel Ek, said, quote, for nearly 2 decades, Spotify has made good on its commitments to return the music industry to growth, ensuring that we deliver record payouts to the benefit of artists and songwriters each year. Okay. Well, I think one of the strong complaints across the board from songwriters and artists is that they are not being paid what they should for streaming revenue. And obviously, one of the other updates is that, well, you don't get paid at all unless your song has at least 1,000 streams on it. Marketing has always been such a pain point for me, and I've spent so much money trying to figure out how to do this and to actually grow social media organically, because whether you're in the music business or you have a business that's completely in a different field, I've done that from the different businesses that I have grown, including like for my music career. So if this is something that you need help with, I have synthesized all this information into a course. This thing is quick and dirty. It's meant to give you about under an hour of all the things that I know, the marketing schedule that you need, an actual game plan, what to post, when to post. So if that's something that you need help with, check out the link down below, Marketing Made Easy. Here's what is...
Yeah, y'all go ahead and do that, because I already did that years ago. You know, so that's why I know what I know. Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's why you know, it's what you do is how you do it. And I also like the way Yvette Green the Queen runs the media side of things, because she definitely has an idea of what she wants and being consistent at it, and she's figuring out the nits and the pulls and the this and that, and you know what I'm saying. You're doing very well with that, so I gotta give you a salute to you and give you your flowers as we're talking about that. She talked about the marketing side of it, because that's what it's all about. It's all about continue to do the short form content and continue to do it consistently, and then you can get your niche in between there. You get certain niches of certain topics and certain shows and this and that, because everything is different. So you pulling in at the ones that you know that's strong and the ones that is weak, you know what I mean? You're going with the flow with it and let it grab its niche by itself organically. And that's dope. So yeah, that's dope.
Basically going on with this deal. Behind the scenes, there's a debate. So that the new deal essentially ends the bundle related discount, right, that Spotify put into place. So what Spotify tried doing is Spotify announced, it's like, hey, we're permitted to do this, right, lawfully, in that we're going to reduce the royalties by adding more into the pool. Because what we're going to do is we're going to bundle some listening of like audiobooks, right, with people who are listening to music. And so the reason why the Mechanical Licensing Collective, you know, had a fit about this and then actually sued Spotify is because they're like, you're trying to use a loophole to do this thing when really all you're doing is you're like adding in, you know, 2 seconds of listening to something else and calling it a bundle. It's not a bundle. So that's what's going on. But what they're celebrating here is they're like, oh, it's so great. Universal Publishing is going to get more of these royalties, and like the bundle thing, not going to be a problem. So I just go through this, and guys, I'm really curious for kind of your take on this, because I go, well, sounds to me, and my understanding is that this is preferential treatment to Universal. And we kind of knew that anyway, right? Major record labels, you know, stakeholders in Spotify, that they're going to get special treatment. Drake was alleging this, right, in his allegations having to do with boosting of the song's popularity and this and that, just being like, no, like there's preference.
And I'm saying the boosted thing is that's outside of the platform. See, he can't sue something that's outside of the platform. These are things I've been trying to teach people to market themselves. Like, for example, I tell people to if IG is your baby, you could do a boost on IG, and you could put another link in that's not a part of the platform where people can click on the actual page and go right to that. So that is a marketing tool that they did with the boosting. That's a form of a marketing campaign ad that you can do on all platforms. You can do it on all platforms, but you're gonna have a budget behind that. Facebook, you can do it on Facebook. Let you do it on your regular page now. You're like Facebook. The step that game up so crazy is you don't have to have a business page no more. You can use your regular page as a business page. But guess what though? The people that have been doing ratchet stuff on that page, it's going to take a hell of a long time for you to get that algorithm to follow your lead. That's why I keep telling people before that happens is be professional on all across the board. If you're into some form of business, artist, or if you're a fashion designer, podcaster, you know, you selling cakes, whatever you're doing in business, make sure everything that you're doing on all platforms be professional to a way to where you're not caught up into that ruckus type of algorithm that's going to take you down a different rabbit hole that people are not going to see your content. You're not going to make no money in your business. You're not going to find customers. You're not going to have a fan base. So, you know what I mean? And that's why I keep telling a lot of rappers, MCs is doing well. Rappers, they want to talk about everything in their mama house. Then all of a sudden they put a post up, I got this new song. What?
You know what? That's funny you said that, because this past week was, you are so right. You are so right. And I think I may have put a post up either this week or last week. If you're an artist, show me that you're an artist. Like your page. And I take that from a page out of your book. You saying it needs to reflect who you are. And if you have different things, then set up pages for those things. You know, and if you so let me take a step back.
Okay.
One of the things you always teach is about being consistent in that algorithm. So what I did over the last, I'd say 10 days, I've been fooling around with the algorithm, and it took me about 10 days to get a grasp of the algorithm. So now I know what I'm working with, and now I know, and I can see it in my feed, because now the stuff that I'm pushing, I'm also seeing in my feed. So it's working. When you say share somebody else's, because their people will see you, that is true. I tried it, y'all, and it works. I did it for about 10 days, and it works. I have been able to, using that technique, we grew the YouTube page by 28 new followers within 15 days, I think. Just using different techniques. Just using different techniques. And that on Facebook and Instagram, I've been using that technique, and it does work. Just sharing other people's stuff, commenting on other people, on other creative stuff. So now I'm seeing my algorithm is working now.
That's how you trick the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I keep telling artists all the time. Like, I show them what they need to be doing, but then that last part is the part I do it last for a reason. And that reason is I know they're going to be sick when I tell them this. Is I tell them to pick 8 people or 8 artists, 8 producers or 8 DJs that is not from your hometown, number one. And number 2 is, and you go ahead and study their content and share their stuff for 30 days, 4 times a day. On top, what you need to be doing as your content and what you're doing.
It works.
And it works every time. That's why I move the way we move. That's why Vet moves how she moves. That's why I can give away 7 hoodies and sell 20.
Yeah. The IG, the Green Links Media page on IG, totally worked. I've been pushing that page heavy and doing what you said, just sharing other people's content, getting on there. And I can see it because now they're people. So if I share somebody, for instance, I had John Jiggs on yesterday, Teflon. I've been sharing his stuff. So now his people, I'm seeing his people seeing my stuff, which is great. So now it works. It works.
You're gonna have, once you do them things, at least 50 to 60% of the people that see your content ain't even your friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if they like what they see, they become your friend, and they become being part of the badge fan club of you. Then they're gonna always see your stuff, and then they start sharing it. They're gonna always see everything that you're sharing, and also the things you're posting. So now you should change the post to promotion to a marketing.
The one, because I look at the insights, it's like 90% on one of the posts. It was like 90% of the people were non-followers, and that's what I want.
That's right.
I want new people.
That's right. And people always come to me all the time and say, "I got this many followers." I'm like, "Well, how many followers do you know no followers? How much making you?" Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this, and I always say this even back then. If I have 1 million followers on any of my pages, I guarantee you I'm making at least $1,000 a week. Not even counting the money I'm making off of Facebook or not talking about money in hand with my brand. I'm going to be making $1,000 a week, hands down. Because you know why? I've been planning on this for a long time. This is not an overnight thing. I've been planning this. I've been planning how to do certain things by my mentors and everything, and it works. And I tested it out when I released my first hoodie 4 months ago. And I used that same tactic, that same exercise, keep doing the same thing I'm doing. And now the brand is a brand to where it can make money for itself just by connecting with another source that's doing the same thing that I'm doing, which is Green Links Media. Now, if that's working for me, imagine what it's going to be like in the next year or so for Green Links Media, far as the merch, far as the pop-ups that we're going to do, the things that we're going to do years to come. That's going to help out on a lot.
Yeah.
Sponsorships. Once you get everything rolling, far as the paperwork is going, everything's going to fall in place because of the exercise we're doing now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're going to cook a little bit more, and then we're going to end this joint and then do some final thoughts.
Preferential treatment, there's side deals and all the stuff going on. So they talk about basically how they're going to do higher tiers. So there's going to be like super premium tiers for people to subscribe to. And here's the thing. I think they've been watching our videos.
That's
Universal and Spotify.
They've been watching Curtis King. They've been watching us. They've been watching her. They've been watching everybody that's DIY. They've been watching our content. Don't get it twisted. They're watching.
As part of this deal, are going to be doing direct to fan model of making money. So they're not just going to rely on streaming anymore. So we're looking at this business plan that they put together.
We've been doing that. All my boom bap, temporary hip hop, been doing that for years on this platform. It's just the people that's rappers and singers that have been trying to get in part of the machine didn't realize you can still make a bag by direct to consumer. It still works. You just got to be your own machine. When you're your own machine, that means you have no days off.
That's what Teflon Don talked about last night.
Yeah.
He talked about that last night.
Yeah,
you have to be your own machine.
You got to be your own machine. Just like the machine do the work, the machine never sleep. Same thing with you. You got to figure out how can you do this in your sleep. That's why these platforms have scheduled posting that y'all don't use on a consistent basis. You do a scheduled post for 30 days on top of the stuff you're posting and the ads you're doing and the live stream you're doing. That algorithm is going to push to the AI, and then the AI going to do it, and the algorithm is going to figure out how to find 10,000 more people just like you. And they're going to keep going back and forth. Before you know it, you got over 1 million people watching your content without even following. Yeah.
So let me show you guys. All right. So in the business plan here, we can kind of just scroll through.
It's the business plan.
All kinds of famous faces. And this is something that they actually present, right? They've been presenting to their investors. So they go, guys, this is the future. Okay. So we are basically going to focus on super fandom to accelerate our economics, aka to make more money. So we go, how can we apply this to you? Let's learn from the best. How can we apply this to you and your music career? Well, let's take a look. So this was, obviously we're in the beginning of 2025 now. So this was the 2024 investor presentation. So they go, we're going to focus on the monetization, and this is what we're going to do. We are going to look at all the different platforms, right? So over the years, starting from 2013 all the way through to 2024, when this was presented, we have more platforms. We have evolved because now we also have social media, right? We even have WhatsApp. And so we have all these places that we're going to be focusing on monetizing. And the way that we're going to do that is through super fans. So in the 60s to the 90s, the super fan passion was evident at midnight in that people would line up the streets, right? We're ready to get back to the good old days. That in the good old days, we have
hard copies is back. Hard copies is back. Huh? But you got the Griselda's been doing it. You got the Big the Butchers been doing it. You got the 30th Special's been doing it. True Words been doing it. Benny Bronco's been doing it. Ackerman been doing it. Stone Age been. I'm naming all these temporary hip hop underground rappers that been doing this for a long time and sell out. I did it with the Haters album, 10,000 copies in 6 years. At $15 a pop. Me and my wife was the machine. Took so much out of me. I didn't have a team. I did this all just me and the wife and the internet. And I engaged with the people. I went straight to the source. I went straight to the people. This is the work that y'all don't do. This is the work that y'all scared to do. Rappers.
Oh, this music pro is Spotify continuing to evolve. I did a little bit of research as well as you were talking about it, and I just want to read to some of the points that that's being made. So it's saying, as of February 2025, Spotify is preparing to launch this new program, the Spotify 2.0, and it's called Music Pro, and it's aimed at music enthusiasts and super fans, which you were just talking about. It's going to be priced at around $18 per month. This tier is $6 more than the existing premium subscription, everybody, and is expected to debut later on this year. Potentially in autumn. Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, but they're going to be going against Netflix. Netflix when they reach that Netflix music, that's going to be competition for them. Will I do it? I would, just to get in that community, I would do so, but I would also set it up to where not just that the fans can meet me there, but I'm going certain music or certain things that I do or certain merch, they would have to go to the website to get certain merch. I will have certain merch for that platform, and I have some special merch onto the website. You can keep that going because you never know when that's going to shut down. Yeah, you know what I mean? Same with Bandcamp. You know, anybody that has Bandcamp, they also have a website. Just get Bandcamp shut down for some period reason. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You can always have another source for your fans to go to get the brand. You know what I mean? Same thing with our platform. You know what I mean? You know, when we get the website, we can bring links in the ENT website, and we can go live on there because there's different things you can do. Do the same thing we do on here, and guess what? So when something go wrong,
we got that backup.
We can still reach the people and let them know what's going on. Like when TikTok shut down for a minute, you don't think that's going to happen again on another platform?
Right.
You feel me? So you know we got to stay into this thing because they want our data, and we're connected to these platforms who also shares and own the data. But when you have your website, it's only you and the website can do an agreement on the data, which is dope, especially if it's a good one. Like GoDaddy is really a good.
Yeah, I like GoDaddy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and they're real fair in that area. You know what I mean? And I like the way they connect everything from the trademark to the copyrights to the patent to the domain name, all the way down to the source of what you're doing, so they can protect you on top of the lawyer you already have. So that's a win-win all across the board, especially if you continue to use those sources and use those characters in the website. That's dope. And then on top of it, you're connecting it to the social media and all of that. And I think that would work good with the Spotify 2.0 because then you can pretty much, maintenance both at the same time under one platform and be very successful, especially if you have a fan base and you know your fan base and you know your audience. That's made. That platform, Spotify 2.0, is only made if you know your audience. Let's make that clear.
Yeah, they're saying that one of the questions is it going to be an opportunity or an obstacle? If Spotify includes independent artists in its Music Pro tier features, it could create a new revenue opportunities and allow deeper fan connections if it includes the independent artists. However, if the platform primarily benefits major labels, independent artists may need to rely on, like you said, Bandcamp and Patreon to fully monetize their super fans. The key will be whether Spotify allows all artists to take advantage of the premium tools, or if major labels receive preferential treatment or not, which she talked about in the
and that's what it is, because they want people to get to go to the machine. They try to find a way to make people want to get record deals again.
Yeah. You think?
Oh yeah, that's definitely an exercise to try to get people to get record deals again. And let me tell you something. No, that's cool. That's nothing wrong with that. The only thing that's wrong with that if you're not educated on what you're getting yourself into. Jazzy knows what she wants.
Yeah.
Don't follow her. Go to jazzymusic.com. Follow her music, her webpage, and she knows exactly what she wants. She know how to. She's making a plan with the machine, and she has a plan outside the machine how she could benefit. At the same time, still keep her fan base and creativity. So that's dope. I love it's gonna work for her because she has a plan with it. She has a plan on top of a plan on top of a plan. So she got A, B, C, and D. Understand? Yeah. So and shout out to the podcasters too. Same way, same thing. Have a plan with the plan. You know what I mean? And be under something or help build something. That's one thing about me. I could have easily did my own, but I like to build. I'm building with Green Links. I like to build with other companies. I like to help out other podcast companies. I like to share their content. I like to help them elevate just as much as we're elevating. Because that's what independent podcast is the main tool for you artists to break a record, not mainstream radio. It's podcast, internet radio. If you're not trying to fight to get on as much as independent podcast and independent radio as can be, I feel sorry for your career.
Roland Martin, I'm going to see if I can find a clip where Roland Martin is actually talking to that. What he's saying is that this entire industry is changing, including television. So the people who are watching television are I'm talking about like the regular cable television. Those are normally our parents, like our parents, and we're in our, knocking on 50. So the people who are watching regular television are probably like 60, 70, that generation. What's going on now is people are moving towards the internet. People are moving towards YouTube platforms like that. This is about to be wide open. You see NBC right now, they are putting more money into their streaming platform, which is Peacock. So more and more businesses are going this route, everybody. And I'm just saying, we Green Links Media, Painted Drip, we are going to be on this bandwagon. I hope you are.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Be on the bandwagon.
And that's why I was so excited about the Netflix music. And I went down. I went to the Zoom meeting. And it was a lot of us, and I could see that Curtis King was in there too. You know what I'm saying? Because he came, and then the next day he posted something up about it. I'm like, he must have been in that meeting because there was so many people in this massive ultra Zoom meeting, and this Netflix thing is an opportunity for artists to not just be in a social media platform. It's going to be like a Spotify, it's gonna be like an Apple, it's gonna be like a Pandora, to where you could hear your favorite independent artist while you're waiting for a program, or you searching for a program, or you're putting your best movies together, you putting your folder together. All these things is gonna be active into Netflix in 2025, and this is a real big opportunity for artists to even get their music played into a Netflix original series and get paid off your publishing. Your pro. That's a check in your sleep. You know what I mean? And for an example, say that our podcast is being recognized on the platform. Say we do got the Green Links platform on Netflix music, right? and you can go in and you want to, it's an original series coming out, a story about Shaquille O'Neal, something you were waiting for the live to start. Instead of just going to another platform to watch, they're gonna have it set up to where your page, you can log into your page like a Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see all the people talking about the new show that you can watch. And while you're watching it, you can have your music playing. So when they're clicking on you and they're answering one of your comments, they're gonna have to click on it. They're gonna have to actually type. When they type in, they're hearing the music or watching your podcast while they're answering your comments. That's the most genius thing that Netflix is gonna do.
It's definitely going to be going down. It's definitely about to be going down. I was just looking to see if there was anything else, because I was doing a comparison between Netflix and Spotify, and we'll talk about it next Saturday. More stuff next Saturday.
Yeah. My final thoughts is, I'm happy that we can do every Saturday morning on the morning show Saturdays. I'm definitely going to bring more to the table because ain't no football on Sunday, so I'm a possible bring it back the pop-up show with the Joker with me and Balls Banger back on Sundays on Green Links Media A&T. So we're gonna try to keep this thing rolling and bring all types of music to the platform.
That'd be dope.
And do what it do. Mark Lee was good.
Hey, Mark Lee, welcome back. Welcome back. That'd be dope.
So
go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I said, it's all about growing. It's all about building. And a lot of people want to do their own thing. That's cool, but do your own thing, but also be a part of something that's already been moving. Because it's all about being a team. So
collaborate. And we're looking for people to come over and be a part of Green Links Media and Green Links World Entertainment, because what you see is you get a package deal here. I don't think a lot of people understand that. You really do get a package deal. You get someone who can produce your show. We're going to market your show. We're going to make sure that you get in front of the right audiences. Don't look at just I think people want us to be rich right now. Mm-hmm. We're rich already.
That's it. That's it. And that's the difference between the masses and the independent. When we independent, we're here to build. We stay in that independent community, man. We support anybody that's in our brand that's working as hard as we are. Shout out to Betty Houdini, her platform is just amazing. And all her affiliates is crazy. Her affiliates is off the chain with it. I can't even go down the rabbit hole long enough to get her affiliates, all the people that we can connect with, and they loving our platform. They're sharing and showing love, and you know what I'm saying. Cut your cab. Shout out to Cold Beer Hot Liquor podcast, amazing. You know what I'm saying? A-Town podcast. You know what I'm saying? With Anthony Whiteman, amazing screenwriter, book writer, author, doing his thing and their platform. DJ Nick, his platform from internet radio to his new podcast. DJ Nick. It's like all of these people. We all under a family of things. Even the Rush Network. You know what I mean? It's definitely growing on what they got going on. So it's like we all under this umbrella growing together and just doing what it's doing. And if you're a part of something and you have a business, or if you have a book coming out, music coming out, or you want your business or your website, your platform to be exposed to a different level, you got a platform you need to network with, man, and you have build a relationship first. You know what I'm saying? That relationship is important. The bag is cool, but the relationship is first. If you get that relationship, you're surprised what you can get from us for free. That's for sure.
And it doesn't take a lot for you to invest in yourself to advertise over here. We reach so many people on a weekly basis. Those are all potential customers for you. So if you have an event that's going on or something that you would like to advertise, sponsor a show. Say, you know what, Vet Joker, I want to sponsor a show. Let us sponsor the Saturday morning podcast show. Let us sponsor the Music Monday Vet Green show. You have an event going on. I see a lot of people that have things going on, and they'll just share it, or they'll put it in somebody's inbox and ask you to share it. But how about putting a little bit of money behind that so you can get real advertising?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Real advertising.
everybody, understand that everybody is showing love, but when you come at people in a different way, you'd be surprised what you can get on top of breaking a little bit of bag. You're building a long-term relationship. I don't even answer my inboxes unless I have a relationship with somebody. When they come up and say, I'm gonna check out my music. No, I'm not gonna check out your music. I don't know who you are. Who are you? What's your name? Where you from? How long you been doing music? Yeah.
Have you ever watched the show? Have you ever watched the pop-up show with the Joker? Have you ever watched anything on any platform that we support, the Evening Rush, anything like that? Have you ever watched anything over here?
Yeah, right. That's how you do it. I'm telling you, people, please, y'all need to take this and put this on your reel because it's important. You know what I mean? Don't put stuff in people's inbox unless you introduce yourself. Start a conversation. Don't come in and just say, check this out. Let me know what you think. What? Who are you? What's your name? Where you from? How long you been doing music? Who you connected with? Who produced the track? Where you record at? Who's your engineer? Like, is it a video coming soon? Do you have any clips of that? Do you have any background? What's your social media? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's your IG? Do you have any merch? Where's your next show? So many questions that can be answered. You know what I mean? A quick little small bio. Put it in the comment. Yo, my name is so and so. I've been doing music this time. I've been checking out your platform. I love what you got going on. I love what Beth Green had said on the other day when she said something about this. I love what you're talking about marketing. I got a question for you. You know what I'm saying? Is there any way that we can have this content on your platform, and what do we have to do to make that happen?
That's it. That is really it. Between TikTok and YouTube and Facebook, I put the numbers up. I think we reached 7,000 people. What, in 3 weeks? Organically. This is really
That's
organic. It's 7,000.
No bots.
None.
No campaign ad bots or nothing. This is straight off of doing basic free stuff that you can do for free without a campaign. So
I just put an ad against one of the episodes the other day, but it's all been organic. This is consistency, and this is footwork, y'all. It really is footwork, and paying attention to the insights, paying attention to who the customer base is, who our listeners are. I cannot wait to get off this show to see what this looks like, because I saw the numbers. I saw the numbers. I'm like, okay. Listen, those are all potential customers. Yeah. If you have a business, you have an event that's going on, come on and ask Green Links World Entertainment, Green Links Media, how can y'all help me? Jump in my inbox, jump in Joker's inbox. What can Green Links World Entertainment, Green Links Media do for me? We can do a lot. We come as a package deal.
Yes. All day, every day. And you get the relationship, but with it. Because we want to keep on asking questions. What you got going on? What's this? I like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got something that we love, I like that T-shirt. Let me get that. What's your cash app? It's my address. Send me that. I wear size 3X. Like, we're here to continue to build off the brand that you brought to our platform to help share. Like,
that's it. Yeah. That's it. Unique is loving the gems that you over here dropping. She over here on TikTok listening.
Yeah, no doubt.
She said, media plus artists need people like y'all. Thank you so much, Unique. We appreciate that. We appreciate that.
I don't TikTok too much, but you can definitely go follow me at Overlook MC.
Yeah, you can follow him. Yeah. He's Franklin Stewart on Facebook, everybody, and Overlooked MC over on Instagram. He is the marketing manager over here at Green Links Media and Green Links World Entertainment. The stuff that y'all see me doing is based on the tools and techniques that Joker have been giving me. I pay attention, y'all. I'm an avid listener, and I'm always in school. Always in school. I don't know why it says I'm not following you. I don't know. That's so weird. You know what? I noticed that when TikTok came back, some of I had to go refollow people.
Oh man, it's like my TikTok now, since it went down, it just out of whack. Like it's back on the store now. So I might have to take it down because I took it off my phone because it was bringing a lot of unnecessary web spam because of that.
Yeah.
But on my tablet, it's still official, but it still have the circle with the thing on it. So I don't know if I have to take it down, uninstall, install it back up,
and restart
it. So I might have to do that because I can't see a lot of things I want to see, and I can't post what I want to post. So it really got me discouraged.
Yeah, just uninstall it, take it totally off, and then reinstall it. That way, when you reinstall it, whatever updates are out there, it'll make the updates automatically for you.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna have to do that because I do like the way it's going on. Because I do a lot of things on TikTok. I do a lot of ordering on there too. I like the TikTok store. So
yes, me too.
Yeah,
I'm finding stuff cheaper on TikTok than I've really been not. I've been making it a point to not shop at places that have not supported the DEI, like Target and Amazon. And y'all, it's challenging. Well, Target not so much because I was never really a big Target, but it's tough not shopping on Amazon because I was getting a lot of stuff on Amazon. So now I really got to get out the house.
Man, Temu has definitely been showing love to me. Yes, they've been showing a lot of love, a lot of product that I use for the merch, a lot of products that I use for a lot of things that I got going on. It's really helping out a lot, man, to keep the business going. So
yeah. I was happy to see that Wegmans is on the list of companies that continue with their DEI initiative. So big shout out to Wegmans. I said, yes, I can go to the grocery shop in there and pick up some other stuff. So
yeah. And shout out to the Pay the Drip working on these Iversons for my bro. You know what I'm saying? Doing that. So shout out Pay the Drip as being one of the sponsors of the show, and I can't wait to get my silk shoes.
Man, they are getting dropped off today. It's snowing now. I'm about to try and head that way in a little bit. Trust and believe, so I can get them sneakers, those shoes going.
I got yourself. So we got the Pay the Drip going on. We appreciate everybody tuning in, man. What's your last word? I did my last. What's your last word of the day?
My last words is to, you know what? Stay consistent in your dream. Just stay consistent. Do something every day that's going to help push that dream forward. Even in those days where you don't want to get up and do it, still get up and do something. Because I'm realizing that me getting up and doing this stuff is moving it along. I'm seeing it in the numbers. The metrics don't lie. Devashna said, love this. Love you, baby.
Yeah. So no doubt. We're gonna get up out of here. We see y'all. I'll probably go back live tomorrow on some things or tonight and Derry break down some things. And maybe go live and let y'all see me at work because I like to let people see how I do it. I know a lot of people is definitely getting ready for this snow to leave and for the spring.
Yeah, it's snowing now. That's what I said. I'm about to talk that talk. I got some running around that I need to do this morning. So I got to get that done, y'all.
No doubt. We're about here. We see y'all the next rebound. We out.
Yes.
Follow the drip. Are you one that likes to stand out amongst the rest? Well, check out Paint to Drip by the Joker. Paint to Drip is a customized footwear company that it specializes in unique hand-painted, customized footwear, which is hand-painted by the Joker himself. Shipping is available all over, East Coast, West Coast, no matter where you are, we can get your products to you. So follow the drip. Check out their IG page, Painted Drip, for more information. And again, all footwear is customized and hand-painted by the Joker himself.